Barbecue summer is here. Whether you're at home or going to the beach, lake, mountains, or city, be sure to support your local barbecue businesses. From the butcher shops to the pit masters and food trucks, pop-ups, and neighborhood joints, for dine-in or catering, Carolina Barbecue Festival reminds you to visit your locally owned businesses for barbecue summer. Visit CarolinaBBQFest.org for a list of local pitmasters that'll get you started. And while you're at CarolinaBBQFest.org, be sure to sign up and stay connected. You'll get all the latest details on upcoming events and coming soon, official dates for the 2027 Carolina Barbecue Festival. Until then, be sure to enjoy barbecue summer with your locally owned barbecue businesses. And local barbecue summer continues as we turn our attention to Johnston County, North Carolina, and the towns of Smithfield and Selma. These places are not just the epicenter of Brightleaf country. They're soon going to be the destination for a barbecue championship almost unlike any other. Today, we're talking about the second annual Barbecue Bologna Championship with our guest, Justin Raymond from the Carolina Packers. Justin, welcome to the Low and Slow Barbecue Show.
Thanks for having me, man. You know, anytime we're talking barbecue or food, I'm going to say yes, let's do it, and let's eat it.
Good. And I know we're going to talk about a bunch of bologna here in just a minute or two, but before we get there, I got to ask, Justin, what is your ideal barbecue order or plate? If you could dream up the very best that you want, what would it include?
It's hard to just have a plate. I mean, if you look at a lot of these barbecue restaurants now, these barbecue places, they got whole trays.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick this and that. I mean, honestly, I'm going to go with a barbecue sandwich with some slaw on it.
Good choice.
But also probably brisket, ribs, mac and cheese, hush puppies, and then cheerwine or iced tea. And I'm probably missing a lot, but I don't know if I'll be able to eat all that, but I mean, that's enough right there for me.
Yeah, love to include cheerwine. For everybody listening, be sure and tune us in on YouTube because Justin's showing off that barbecue sandwich. And I know that's got to be some of the Brightleaf barbecue stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about all the good things the Carolina Packers do under that Brightleaf label. But first, I want to get right to the bologna, Justin. The Brightleaf Barbecue Bologna Championship. What is it? Where? When? Give us all the details.
Sure, I will. So hold on. I have this bag over here. It's kind of like Mary Poppins. So let me pull the sticks of bologna out, and then I'll share with you all about this competition.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So now Justin's here at his desk at Carolina Packers there and in the Smithfield Ward. He's got 2 handfuls of bologna. Wow.
All right. So we got the second annual Bologna Barbecue Championship this year in Selma, North Carolina on September 19th. Now, we did it for the first time last year. We did about 10 teams came out and smoked bologna. I mean, it was a great time. What we pretty much do, we have 4 different kinds of bologna. You can have regular Brightleaf bologna, hot and spicy, and then Curtis and Curtis hot and spicy. And all these teams that come have the option to pick whatever bologna they want. And it's really cool. It's kind of like a SCA competition in a way, kind of how they pick the steaks that are on the table. We will put these in a huge cooler. It's kind of like a treasure chest. And so you open it up, and all these sticks of bologna are sitting in there, and you can pick whatever you want to smoke.
Wow. So that's a cool setup. How did you guys get started doing this competition?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So I think, for a while, whole hog has been king, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love whole hog barbecue. Yeah. I know a lot of people in that business, like Kevin and Dana Peterson, Showtime's Legit Barbecue. Yep. Also on my hat, we sponsor them. They're great at it. And then there's SCA competitions, kind of where steaks, the king, and ribs, and they have all these ancillaries. But we've been making bologna for a while. It is handcrafted beef and pork bologna made the old-fashioned way. We wanted bologna to be the hero. And so credit to Andy Curtis, one of my coworkers here, came up with these 3-pound sticks. And so what started out kind of as a fad, everyone just started smoking bologna, and a good time doing it. There's a million ways to do it, a million different recipes. You can get real creative with it. And so we're really just trying to improve that. And we've gone bigger this year than last year. So we're just excited about what's going to happen.
Well, tell me about going bigger. What does that mean?
Yeah. So exactly. So last year, it was the first time doing it, first time putting the event on. We had about 10 teams. This year, we're increasing it. More teams coming out. We got big prizes going on. The winner could win a Komodo Joe Jr.
Wow.
There's also a Big Yeti cooler and a year's supply of meat from us. And not to mention, I mean, you can win the trophy. You can be Bologna champion. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, wow, those are some enticing things to get folks to come out and compete. And you remember last year's winner, and who was that? And what did they do to try to tip the scales in their favor?
Yeah, so last year's winner was Kyle Wilkerson. Right now, he is the Bologna King. His company he works for is a Wilkerson Catering Company. It's his family. And he also did a competition with the SCA and won that bologna too as well. So he's really an out-of-the-box thinker, really good at cooking bologna. I can't 100% reveal exactly what he did, but we kind of changed it up this year versus last year. But what he pretty much did was he took a bright leaf stick of bologna, smoked it. I believe he used some kakalaki sauce on it. I'm trying to remember exactly. And then he put some ground beef kind of around it and kind of made it into a hamburger. So it has some really good flavor, and the presentation too in the box as well.
Yeah. So let's talk about the judging. Who's judging this competition, and what are they kind of basing their results on?
Sure. So I can't really reveal the judges. I'm trying to keep it as secret as possible. But I will say kind of what the rules and guidelines are. So this year we were kind of like last year we were kind of like anything sandwich. And then on the side, just let us taste the bologna that you cooked. This year we're changing it to literally anything bologna. So you can do tacos, you can do chili, you can do soup, you can do whatever you want as long as it fits in that to-go box. And so we're just excited to see what people come up with. And, like I said, we have some judges. We can't reveal quite who that is because we're not trying to, we want it to be fair. But one of the exciting things we're doing this year is we're going to have a fan judge. So you'll at least know who one fan judge is. And we're asking the people out there just to simply share a video about why you love bologna and why you'd be a great judge. And then we'll let the fans decide who the next judge is.
Oh, now you got my ears perked up there. I could put in a video, talk about bologna, why I love it, why I'd make a good judge, then send it to you guys. Have you set up a pathway for me to get that to you yet, or maybe a site for more information about the event?
Yeah, so our site is smokingbologna.com, where you can sign up to register and learn more about. We do have limited spots left. Depending on when you share this podcast, I don't know if there'll be any spots left, but that's where you go to register, learn more about the competition. And if you want to become a fan judge or share your video, all you have to do is tag Bright Leaf Hot Dogs or use hashtag Judge Bologna, and we will see that video. And then what we'll end up doing is internally, we'll pick the 5 best videos, combine them, and share them, and let the fans decide who the next judge is going to be.
Oh, wow, that's some cool social engagement. So everybody can get involved from anywhere in the world, not just North Carolina, right? So smokingbologna.com. I've rolled over there and found the site. So your Spring Hill Outfitters and Curtis Yeti, Kamado Joe, all those good folks. Of course, the Carolina Packers and the Bright Leaf brand up there promoted as well. And I see one of those, they're calling them smoked chubs now, I think, where you smoke the thing, you slice it down, you got a nice smoke ring. And I'm seeing more and more of that and in the social media world. Justin, do you feel like bologna is becoming a bigger part of the barbecue world in that environment? Is it trending now for folks?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, we're on TikTok, and I don't think you can scroll TikTok without seeing someone smoke bologna these days. I mean, it's delicious. And if you haven't done it before, it's easy to do. So it's a really good kind of entrance into the barbecue world, especially the barbecue competition world. Score it, slice it, put rub, sauce on it, do anything you like, burn ends. I've even seen shredded bologna, which I haven't tried yet. That's interesting. But there's just a lot of different ways and things you can do with bologna. And of course, if you do it, you want to have the best, which is ours. So.
Absolutely. Now, I go to CarolinaPackers.com and I see you guys have some recipes. Scrolled over and see the collab cookbook, a Bright Leaf blooming bologna. An interesting way to serve it up out there. So cool stuff, a lot more there at CarolinaPackers.com and smokingbologna.com for the contest information. Let's go back to Carolina Packers for just a little bit and talk a little bit about that company. I know a lot of folks are familiar with the Bright Leaf brand, but they may not know the folks behind it. So why don't you tell us, what is Carolina Packers, and give us a little bit of the background on the business?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go back into my bag over here real quick and pull out some hot dogs.
So yeah, this will be great for all YouTube viewers out there. He's parking the Bologna. He's getting a bag of hot dogs. By the way, I had to search all over Hickory to find those hot dogs, Justin. We could talk more about that. But I did get some. I made them up into my favorite way. We'll talk about that here too. So
okay.
Let's talk about Carolina Packers.
Sure. So we're Carolina Packers, home of the Brightleaf hot dog. It was founded in 1941 in Smithfield, North Carolina, and we're still here today.
Mm-hmm.
The reason it got started is because of this leaf right here. It's a bright leaf, so a tobacco leaf.
Right.
And so tobacco farmers in the off season needed a place to bring their livestock. So they would bring it here and we'd slaughter their livestock. Now, us being here was something special. You know, something like this hasn't happened before. So it really was celebrated. And now, since then, 85 years later, you know, we're still making these hot dogs the old-fashioned way. It's fresh and local, beef and pork. It's a unique blend of seasonings. I can't really share what it is. But it's a taste you're not going to get anywhere else. And we're still locally owned. So,
yeah. So I got to ask you, while you've got the hot dogs out and I've seen the bologna, why is it all red? That's the question my kids asked. This is a skinless hot dog. Why is it red?
So the bologna isn't red. It's just the brine or the casing.
Okay.
It's the hot dogs that are red. And so it's food coloring. So back originally when we got started, Mr. Jones just saw something red and it stood out. And so when he came here to North Carolina and you look in the grocery store, all the hot dogs are brown. Mm-hmm. So in a competitive marketplace, he's like, hey, let's make it red. So you go to the grocery store, you see the red hot dog, you find Brightleaf. That's who we are. That's part of the culture here. Some people refuse to eat brown hot dogs. It's got to be red. And really all it is it's just food coloring. So
it's simple enough. It makes it stand out. A great idea there in the early days to kind of drive that sales there. Now, speaking of the sales, how far around North Carolina or the South can people find your products?
Sure. So you mentioned having a hard time in Hickory, and I think we were in that Walmart at one point, but I think right now we are in Lenore, Fair Value, and then we go all the way to the coast. And then recently we actually expanded to 50 plus stores in South Carolina.
Okay.
And I know we're in a few stores of Virginia. And so we're still locally owned. You know, we deliver most of everything in our own trucks out of our plant in Smithfield. So it's kind of hard to reach those further away places. And so we've recently started working with distributors, kind of get our product out there. So we hope to kind of get more west and hopefully towards Charlotte one day. So
yeah, and that's why I was kind of getting ready for this episode. I did mention my search a day or two before that. I actually saw the truck come driving by. I said that's it. It's got to be here somewhere. I went in one grocery store, couldn't find it, but then I found it at Sherry's Produce, and Sherry's or the Fresh Market Produce. If you're from Hickory, you know Sherry's Produce there on 127. But she's got a whole case, and it's not just the hot dogs that I'm finding in there, not just the bologna, but you guys are doing some other stuff too. What other products is Carolina Packers and Brightleaf producing?
Sure. So we have a lot of products, but let me kind of go through a couple things with you now.
Sure.
You mentioned the bologna. You know, we have sticks of bologna, but I also want to share with you thick grilling bologna.
Yeah.
4 1/4-inch slices. You know, you can smoke it, slap it on the grill. It might shake your grill a little bit when you throw it on there. One of the other items that were pretty popular is our Red Hots. So I don't know if you've had those. Have you seen those before?
Great for breakfast. Yep.
Great for breakfast. They got crushed red pepper in them. People typically wing them, put them in a frying pan, slap them on a biscuit, maybe with some mustard, or even just put them on white bread. Really easy to cook. Perfect for early mornings or late night snacks. So, and then one of our best kept secrets is our smoked sausage. It's not because we're keeping it a secret. A lot of people just know about us for our hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But typically when we go to shows, we bring this out. People have opportunity to try it. They're like, wow, I had no idea you made this. And what makes this so special is that we actually smoke this in our smokehouse here with real hickory hardwood chips. So it's got lots of flavor, and you know, it's real smoke flavor, and it's 100% pork with a natural case. It's got a good snap to it, and you can pretty much eat it with everything. I mean, Alfredo, rice. I mean, you can eat it cold with a charcuterie board. I mean, you can even smoke it. I mean, so that's another thing. We might potentially do a competition with our hot dogs and smoked sausage in the future. It's kind of something we're kind of looking towards.
Got you some plans for the horizon. You heard it here first. Look for the hot dog competition, smoked sausage competition, and there's more coming out of Justin's bag of products from Carolina Packers.
Yeah, I got a few more things. So we got bright leaf bacon. It's hickory smoked, sugar free. It's kind of wider than most bacon, so it's really good for jalapeno poppers. You know, cover that whole thing.
Sure.
Smoke that, and then of course we got some good chili to go with our hot dogs. It's a beefy chili, real easy to cook. And we have some more items too as well. Like earlier I mentioned our heat and serve bright leaf barbecue. It's real delicious. We actually partnered with Hershey's Barbecue in Burlington to make this. It's a different recipe than they have in the restaurant. But we're able to cook that up real quick, and it looks real good in the sandwich right here. So
yeah, it does. And all that good stuff was in the big case there at Sherry's. I'm glad I found it there. If it was in the grocery store, I'm afraid I'd have to look all over. But all that was there: the chili, the barbecue, the hot links, the sausage, the bologna, both in the big chub and the slices. So a lot of cool stuff there from Carolina Packers. You mentioned a little bit earlier on there, Justin, that when you guys got started, local producers were really integral to the product, right? They were tobacco growers. They were looking for something to do with their livestock. Fast forward to 2026. How are these local producers still involved in the business, or are they?
So we still work with a lot of North Carolina producers and try to use as many of them as we can. We also support, North Carolina agriculture when it comes to pork and beef and even chicken. So we're always looking for local providers when it comes to producing our products today.
That's great.
And on top of that, we do a lot of collabs, like especially with Joco Grows Agriculture and even NC Ag. So whether we're going to shows at Got to Be NC Festival, which happens every year in Raleigh, or we do a lot of social media content with Joco Grows all the time, whether it's promoting the FFA or thanking our farmers. I mean, agriculture is still very important to us. It's part of our roots, and we try to share that and support farmers as much as we can.
Yeah, well, hey, where would we be without those farmers? We got to have them to eat every day, and I know we got some friends in common in Ronald Simmons as well as Jack Nails all over at the North Carolina Department of Agriculture. They always have a big deal there at the Got to Be NC events, and it's really cool to see local Carolina businesses like Carolina Packers supporting that and being involved. Let's take a moment here before we conclude. I want to take a walk back into your backstory, Justin. How did you get into barbecue? And I know this isn't necessarily barbecue, but what is your barbecue backstory, and maybe share some of your favorite places growing up?
Yeah, I think just kind of spending a lot of time in North Carolina, you know what good food is, right? When you think about North Carolina, it's barbecue, sweet tea, even bright leaf hot dogs. And so growing up, in North Carolina, you got to eat some barbecue, and there's a lot of places you can get barbecue, and a lot of controversial things as far as what place is the best here and there. And so I don't necessarily have a favorite place where I eat barbecue. I mean, I've eaten everywhere from, White Swan is right around the corner from us. I mean, I can walk there and eat barbecue if I want to, or I can even eat bright leaf barbecue from Hershey's. But growing up and going to ECU for college, I definitely ate Packers quite a bit. It's right around the corner from college and where I lived. So that's probably the place where I got the most barbecue from. But even that, the NC State barbecue camp, they got a camp every year, and we go there and support that, and we're out there with them, whether it's cooking lunch, providing a second hand when it's come to doing things, and Kevin and Dana Peterson go out there, smoke a whole hog, teach them that. They learn how to make ribs. We showed them how to smoke bologna this past year, so that was really cool there. And then even some pit masters came out there for a round table. So it's really cool. I mean, just being in the food industry and in North Carolina, I mean, it's all about barbecue. But I would say I probably eaten the most barbecue at Parker's Barbecue, to be honest with you. So.
Gotcha. You mentioned Kevin and Dana Peterson, Showtime's Legit Barbecue. Had them on the show here a little while back, a state whole hog champion. So really cool to have some connection with those guys. And I know they're good people creating good product. Back to Justin. How'd you wind up at Carolina Packers?
So I don't know if I ever dreamed of doing this, but I love what I do now. I'm not trying to say I don't love it. I mean, I don't think I'd want to do any other job. I mean, I'm promoting a Bright Leaf hot dog. I mean, I love Bright Leaf hot dogs. It's so fun to do. You know, whether it's doing recipes, visiting hot dog shops, talking to the fans at shows that just love Bright Leaf hot dogs. It makes everything I do worthwhile. But this actually happened because I knew someone at church, and you know, just going to church and just having conversations. Someone here just offered me a job and an opportunity, and I had a marketing background, so just coming in here and doing sales for a little bit to learn the business, to learn more about the products, and then kind of eventually evolving into this full-time marketing role, being a marketing director now, and doing social media, events, promotions, advertising, all these things. And I've always known I want to do marketing. I just didn't know what. But I mean, honestly, like promoting, advertising these things, I mean, I love it. I mean, on a day-to-day basis, I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, maybe a little bit. I know what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, but most of the time, I mean, it's something new every day. It's fun to do, man. It really is.
And now I tell you, I see you on the screen there, and you're a little bit tighter and fitter than this big boy on this side of the microphone. Do you feel like you've gained any weight since you've worked there? How do you keep from eating too much Bright Leaf hot dog?
So if you follow us on social media, it might seem like I eat a lot of hot dogs. And don't get me wrong, I eat hot dogs, but one of the things that's valuable to me is fitness and health. And I have a 4-year-old daughter. So I try to wake up early before she wakes up to work out, to get that time in. And so I like lifting weights. I like doing those things. I don't know. It's just value to me. And, you know, especially she's 4 years old. Like she's getting bigger. She's getting quicker. I want to keep up with her, be able to hold her, and then be there, you know, walk her down the aisle, you know, eventually when she gets married. So.
Yeah, that's a great outlook. It kind of helps you balance out. You eat as much as you want, as long as you exercise to kind of keep that balance sorted out. So when you're eating your Bright Leaf hot dogs, what is Justin's perfect way to dress up a hot dog?
So if you watch the videos and you see me visit these hot dog shops, that's like my ideal hot dog. That's what I'm getting. But I also am a cheese and bacon fan. Oh, it messed up a little bit. Okay, we're back. Okay, so did you get the mustard chili slaw hot dog?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, you know, I'm also a big bacon fan. So I also like chili, cheese, and bacon on my hot dog too as well.
Yeah, wow, that's a great way to dress it. That's my way. Mustard and slaw hot dog on a Bright Leaf red hot dog. That's a great bite. What about the bologna? Have you picked out a favorite way to eat the bologna yet? Even with all those competitors bringing up lots of different stuff to you?
Just keeping it simple, keeping it classic. I mean, I just like bologna, cheese, and Duke's mayonnaise on white bread. That's my favorite way, and it's got to be Duke's. That's just what it is.
Yeah, it's got to be Duke's. That's for sure here, especially in North Carolina, anywhere in the South. Duke's mayonnaise is where it's at. Gives it that extra flavor there. Justin, you've been so generous with your time here. I'll remind everybody, smokingbologna.com. That's where you get all the information about the contest. If you want to participate, get your entries in there now. It's going to be Saturday, September the 19th. It's going on at the Farm at 95. That's in Selma. Tell us a little bit about the venue right quick, Justin. What can folks expect?
Yeah, sure. So we partner with Spring Hill Outfitters out there, and they also own the Farm at 95 in Selma, and they also have the Farm on 42 in Clayton. I believe that's still a Clayton address off of 42. But I mean, the venue is awesome. You know, they do weddings out there, but they also do other events. But it's a huge field. I mean, there's plenty of space. There's also a stage, and so everyone that comes out there gets a 20 by 20 spot. And so you can come up there, set up your tents, set up your smokers. There's also room for parking if y'all got big trailers. And then, you know, we're also gonna have cornhole set up and do some other fun things too as well. So anyone that signs up for this competition can come. If they got family members, you can bring your family members. It's more of a private event this year. Potentially next year we might open it up. We're still talking about it. But really just trying to figure out the logistics of this competition, focusing on it and growing it next year.
Gotcha. So public, not necessarily invited unless you get to be a competitor, in which case you bring the cook team, bring some family members. It ought to be a great day out there. And then maybe look ahead to the future for a public festival, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And on top of that, we're actually providing lunch. So while y'all come out there cooking your bologna recipe, your bologna masterpiece, we're going to provide lunch. We'll cook hot dogs. We'll cook smoked sausage. So y'all can come over, eat lunch with us, and just have a great time. I mean, that's what barbecue is all about. It's all about community, all about coming together, and just hanging out and learning from each other. So we're excited to do it.
Yeah. All the details, smokebologna.com. About Carolina Packers, find them at carolinapackers.com. Great website. They've got recipes. They've got the products. They've got the find my store, your grocery store, and your grills in the restaurant where you can get all those great products. So learn more at carolinapackers.com. And Justin, I can tell you're passionate about this. I can tell you enjoy what you do. But as we wrap it up, I want to just ask you one final question. Why do you do it? What keeps your fire burning? I know you got a 4-year-old, and that's important, but what are the other reasons that you keep that fire burning?
Oh, that's a great question, man. Why do I do it? Well, I think legacy probably is what it comes down to. This company's been around for 85 years, impacted the community a lot, impacted a lot of people, provided jobs for people. Also, when you think about food, it's about people coming together at the dinner table or cookout. Just a lot of good things happen around food. And so when you look to the future in the next 85 years, you want more of that to happen, more of that to keep happening, growing, greater impact, impact more families, impact more people, and just do that. And like you said, I also have a family and I have a daughter. And a wonderful wife as well. I want to throw that in there.
Sure.
Who also loves their hot dogs. And so, yeah, I think legacy is what it comes down to. So.
And that, my friends, is the final word from Justin Raymond at Carolina Packers, which is putting on the Great Barbecue Bologna Championship September 19th in Selma. Visit smokebologna.com or carolinapackers.com to get all the details and sign up to compete. Justin, thanks so much for joining us today and showing off those great Bright Leaf products.
Yeah, I had a good time, man. We definitely got to meet up and eat some barbecue sometime. You name the place, I'll meet you there. I'm always up for trying new places or just eating food in general. So.
That sounds great. It could be the farm at 95 on September the 19th. We'll tackle that after the call. You've been listening to the Low and Slow Barbecue Show, where local barbecue summer is sponsored by Carolina Barbecue Festival. Whether you head to the beach, the lake, the mountains, or the city, be sure to visit your local barbecue businesses this summer. Go to carolinabbqfest.org for a list of local pitmasters that'll help you get started. While you're there, sign up to stay connected. You'll be the first to know the dates for the 2027 Carolina Barbecue Festival. To our audience, thank you for listening to the Low and Slow Barbecue Show. If you like what you hear, share our podcast with your food-loving friends. Please subscribe and give us a 5-star rating on your favorite stream. You can find more local barbecue people at our website, lowslowbbqshow.com. We got a library podcast with interviews from local pitmasters in the Carolinas and beyond. Just pick a Pitmaster podcast, give it a listen, and make plans to visit their barbecue business this summer. While you're at the website, check out the blog and sign up for a weekly newsletter. We'll deliver the latest Carolina barbecue news to your email inbox. All that at lowslowbbqshow.com. The Low and Slow Barbecue Show is proud to be part of the Mesh.tv network of podcasts. Andrew Moose is the producer of our podcast and so many more at the Mesh Network. Thank you for your help, Andrew. And once again, thank you all for joining us. And Justin Raymond, thanks as well for joining us on the Low and Slow Barbecue Show adventure, where I'm your host, Chigger Willard, reminding you that for the best barbecue and the best barbecue podcast, make it low and slow.